Huh? Nah, you can't come on stage. Because you fucking looked at me wrong. You know not to look at me like that, right? You know who I am. I'm begging. Begin. All the above. I'm the greatest fucking host. I'm the best at everything. Yeah? I'm smart. I'm funny. I'm cool. I look good. I'm continuing to lose weight and fit up. Look at me. Look at my fit. All right? What's your fucking name? Anyway, people, suck my dick. All right. Where's that fucking freshie? Who the fuck you looking at, cunt? I don't need no friends. When I look like fucking Logan Paul, you don't need no friends. Mine don't take this fucking stick out my ass and shove it down your fucking throat. Hi, my name's Lee. It says it there on my t-shirt. I know I'm low effort, but I am a cutie and I am looking for a special someone to experiment with. I've never done anal. But yeah, I'm looking forward to tonight's show, absolutely. And if anyone out there is interested, hit me up after the show. Yep, I'll show you my tattoo. I love it. I'm so proud of it. It's worth every penny. I spent $3 on it. Hello, how's it going? Just finished having a circle wank with this lot, and I lost. Unfortunately, I used my jam rag that's in my hand. I brought my own jam rag, and I thought, well, it's the safest place to put it, you know what I mean, when we all finish. But apparently that's not the game. We had to like put everything on a biscuit, and then the last one had to eat it. And because I put it in the jam rag, I had to eat the biscuit. Terrible, isn't it? Got a little bit on my shirt too, you can see it. Anyway, yeah, looking forward to the show. One of the things you learn from years of dealing with drug people is that you can turn your back on a person, but never turn your back on a drug, especially when it's waving a razor-sharp hunting knife in your eye. Radio, now fuck off. So you're buying an ape. That's cool. I don't need to. They're free. Free. I'm getting 5. Get me one. I like your hair. Thanks, cunt. I love it. Where'd you get it done? This one with gold on it.
They're dangerous. Don't do it.
Don't let the trauma win.
Don't let the trauma win.
Oh, sorry.
It's a good tip.
Thank you, yeah.
The standing's pretty nice, though.
I do like having a
it's
standing
pretty
desk.
nice. You got to go up. You got to go up, down though. If you're not going up and down
Do
though.
we like treadmill desk?
No, I'm saying treadmill's dangerous.
I don't like treadmill desk is too much.
You'll hurt yourself.
That's just too
That's
much
what I
work.
do too.
Yeah.
I don't think you guys have.
It really
You
depends on
probably
what
see
kind
me
of
standing
work you
maybe
do.
3
No,
times.
I can answer email on the treadmill desk. I cannot code.
I can't think. Like I can't have. I don't know if it's coding is the same thing. But I can't have a line of process of thought.
Exactly.
While walking.
No, bingo. No, literally, they've shown you. Like the faster you walk, your brain is like, we're walking now, and you can't like think anymore.
I love it when I'm on calls.
Okay, so
It's
he's a
great,
monitor,
but yeah, if I'm like designing something, I can't do it.
above it.
Calls are good. Yo, VGF in the house, in the chat. Good to see
And
you
so
here.
sometimes you're like, he's not paying attention. You're like, no, he is.
Are we ready?
Jerry, are we ready?
Up top.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Wait. Rosamond, audience mics, those exist right now? You got one right there? There's a second one right there? There's one up there? Elmo, you want to grab? You can just grab it out there and hold it while you're eating pizza, and we'll. Dude, I almost got Louis some pizza right there. That was my whole plan. It was like, it was literally.
You were so close.
It was a distraction.
I messed this up. I should have got pizza.
Good thing we ate before.
All right, we ready? Okay. Welcome everyone to IRL Alpha. My name is Beaglebot. I'm your host, and here today we're going to talk about the future of Web3. We're doing this while everyone's actually in Singapore right now getting drunk partying. They're all going to be hungover, not knowing anything. We're going to get down to business. We're going to figure out actually how to, move the space forward. So we got a bunch of people who are all doing random stuff in the space. So, if you got hot takes today, it's the day to do it, okay? Like no one's here. You can actually spout off some wilder things here. So if you want to shit on some projects that you were afraid to shit on in the past, today's the day, okay? So if you're in the audience, we do have 2 microphones, got one on either side that are in the first couple rows. If you're in the back, you do have a comment, just walk up to that microphone right there, and don't worry, Elmo will hand one to you, and don't worry, it's all going to work here. So we just asked a couple things. If you do have a hot take, got anything to say, just don't shill your project. Don't tell us your life story. Keep it short. Keep it sweet. Be funny. Make sure we're all like, I don't know, going to agree with you and not say, get this guy off the microphone. All right. So with that, for the first time on the show, very excited. Someone who, when I asked him to say, hey, what do you want to promote? I don't know what links you're sending me, Daniel. You're sending me cowboy.com. I asked him what does he want to talk about?
link.
And this is literally what he sends me on. I still don't know what this even is here. A man of many interests into multiple things here apparently wants to talk about this right now.
I would like to talk about this. We just finished the website this morning as well, intentlist.xyz. If we could pull that up, I'd really love to talk about that. But this is great. I was looking for a domain name, and somebody already bought it. And it is the most senseless YouTube video of an old man that somebody uploaded that is just doing random cowboy shit.
I spent too long to be like, what is he trying to promote? I'm watching it, trying to like find details. Is he like a David Lynch style director that's got like info? But
I love senseless internet where you click on a link and you're like, wait, this isn't what I was promoting, or this isn't what I was looking for, but now it's a 5-minute journey with this guy.
yeah.
I hope that I meet him at some point and then I get to buy their domain. But for now, I'm very happy keeping it as such and then worrying about the domain later. Such that if anybody looks for any of my LinkedIn stuff in the future when this is all said and done, it just goes there. Just to piss someone off.
Beautiful. Any non-cowboy related work you want to talk about before we get dive in?
Yeah, briefly, just the topics of virality. Memes are always fun, and then how do you like tokenize memes, or the senselessness of it all. I think my PFP's great kind of way of putting it is this is the Wild West, and we're very much going more the Wild West path than the anything else path. I mean, I just spoke to one of the largest asset managers, and they're doing a $10 million meme coin fund. So, yeah. So if that's the case, you've eaten your last haul is my approach, and let's go make some senseless nonsense.
Beautiful. Okay, we're all about senselessness here. We'll definitely dive into that today. Speaking of, actually the opposite of senselessness, okay, because Rubik's Cubes is all about putting things into order. So if you didn't know, I'm a bit of a cuber, and I'm on a mission. I'm a bit of a cuber, okay? I average 39 seconds on a cube right now. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. That is proven on Twitch stream. We actually gambled on it over multiple years. And okay. The first time House came to our show, there's cubes everywhere. And he's like, what is going on here? Why are there Rubik's Cubes everywhere? I'm like, I'm trying to get people into cubes. I thought it was a crypto meetup. I'm like, yes, and there's cubes here. And then he's like, I work for Rubik's Cube. And I'm like, oh my God, are you fucking joking? And then slowly over time, we found out that Rubik's is deep in the game. They're in the crypto game. And this week, they actually announced, was this actually this week, right? The Doodles?
2 days ago.
Dude, they announced the Doodles Cube, which is just like, I don't know if you guys know, I'm not just also into cubing, I'm also very much into Young Thug, specifically the rapper. That's my favorite rapper of all time, maybe my favorite musician of all time. He uses one jeweler. That jeweler is Eliante. If you listen to Young Thug, you'll hear Eliante often. That's who did the cube, the diamond cube. So Doodles released a collection of pastel cubes with actually some diamond cubes, some custom ones in there, some other crazy stuff. But also Alex is just helping other people and artists and companies, I don't know, release cool Rubik's Cubes collaborations. So random week here. What's going on? What do you do? Oh, you also brought other toys. So why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us what you brought.
No,
Yeah,
Diddy.
well, thanks for the intro. And I mean, you're pretty much on point with everything other than I don't work for Rubik's Cube. I work with Rubik's
Thank
Cube.
you. I always do this to him. I've done this 30 times with him too. And I go, hey, he's Alex Rubik's. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, look, we vibe over the cubes. We're both in the cube world. So my company's called Next Toy, and we collaborate with creators of all kinds, primarily inventors, but also artists and designers. And so our core business is inventing new toys and games products that like made out of plastic or paper or whatever, and licensing them to toy companies like Hasbro, Mattel, Spin Master, and Goliath, which is this power saver I'll talk about at some point. But
You'll use it at some point.
I'm sure, yeah. But my brother and I have been into crypto for a few years, just kind of collecting Ethereum and Bitcoin, like nothing crazy. But then when 2021 hit with all the NFT craziness, we had the relationships and the experience working with these big brands already. It took us a few years since then to kind of gain their trust to actually get into the game, especially with NFTs being up and down and mainly down. We went through a few different ideas, a few different opportunities that we vetted, and it just became clear after a certain time that Doodles was the right partner to work with, and luckily they embraced it, and I mean, they just made an amazing drop that really I have to give Doodles and Spin Master most of the credit, because they're the ones that built the website, and they found Eliante, and you know, they did it all. I just kind of helped make sure that it happened. You know, like I helped facilitate the whole thing. And
So I don't want anyone to win this Eliante Rubik's Cube. I would like to win it. However, I will say, so how it works is when you buy them, you have like a chance of actually winning the actual diamond cube. If you win that, your rap career just started. Like, you can literally brag about this. No other rappers have it. You can just brag about they don't have this, I got
true.
this.
I mean, I think there have been like there's some like thing with Rubik's Cubes and bling. Like, I think Twista did it before, but this one is actually inspired because a few years ago, Pharrell actually commissioned another blinged out Rubik's Cube. So then obviously when we were talking with Doodles, it was like Pharrell's involved already. So we had to do a callback to that.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yes, very, very random. We'll talk more about how you find the right people to brand and all that fun stuff. But if you guys do want to get the cube, you know, you can buy your packs now. But you know, just like if you need to solve a cube, though, come to me. I'll teach you. Okay. Do not own a cube and not be able to solve it. That's embarrassing. Okay. We can get you there. I've taught 1 million people. If you're under the age of 10, you can do it in a day. If you're over the age of 30, a couple weeks, and we got you. Okay. That's kind of the way it works here. All right. Okay. Beautiful. For the second time on the show, very excited. Since the last time we've had a couple changes have actually happened to Sugartown, which last time I said Sugarland. And so I fucked up big time, and I get memed every single time I'm in an espresso shot. They're always saying Sugarland from Bazinga, and I'm like, dude, I screwed up. Okay, there's a lot of different companies out here. Okay, but now it is Sugartown, not from Bazinga. D20 is actually Tommy's company. Actually reacquired the company. As you say, reacquired. Is that what we say? Just acquired the company here. So super, super interesting, like the path they're on right now. Someone who's deep in like the gaming space here. Akol, what's going on?
Hey, how are you guys? Yes, I'm Akol. I am the product community manager for Sugartown, now by D20 Labs, which is super exciting. And yeah, thank you for asking me to come back. I had a ton of fun last time, and glad to be here again.
Yeah, last time I said Sugarland 5
That's
times
okay.
wrong. Okay, so I'm trying to do one thing right.
The meme is said with love.
Okay, beautiful, 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 beautiful. And for the first time on the show, luckily, just down here for a little quick business trip, we got him here. Tommy from D20, acquired now. Sugartown, no longer Bazinga. I can call him Bazinga now.
Yeah,
Now it feels a little
say
bit better.
whatever you want
Okay,
now.
beautiful, beautiful.
So
We're
yeah,
in there here.
Thanks for the intro. So Tommy, ex-Zynga team that acquired Sugartown out of the corporate company, just started, like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're 2 weeks fresh, super excited about the journey. We probably dive into it a lot more, but the TLDR is we're ex-Zynga team that created Sugartown. We acquired Sugartown from the Zynga team.
That's trippy.
And now independent.
Totally. Okay, so see already they're saying that's
No, that's like just some back and forth, like
Yeah, it's a little bit of
corporate lobbying a
Yeah.
little bit.
like a lot of lawyers involved, and then that's how it
A lot
goes.
of lawyers and a lot of time.
Well, I'm saying it actually is interesting. It's like, first of all, I was saying most people, they join startups and like, we're going to get acquired one day. And then they work for 20 years and they go, we never got acquired ever. What the heck is going on? A company actually going through multiple acquisitions is kind of a crazy thing. It's an interesting kind of world. And we all know that it's not easy. It's not a like, we'll buy you. There's the money. Great. Here's the keys to the company. Bye. It is a very, very long process. There's lawyers, there's due diligence, there's devs, there's everyone involved. Like, when you first decided to say, okay, we're going to start doing this, how long did you let Zynga know that, hey guys, we might be trying to, make a move or?
Yeah, it was a long process. I mean, this conversation probably started at the end of 2023, and it really kicked off at the beginning of 2024. And the official spin out was in August.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, so a couple weeks ago. It was in August. So it was about an 8 months process almost.
Oh, wow. Well, in your mind, when did you start saying, okay, we might actually want to do a spinoff? And also, were you the first person who thought that?
No. So the CEO and my co-founder, Matt Wolf, isn't here. But he and I had a conversation. He had an admirable one with the execs at the Zynga team. And Zynga, for those who don't know, also got acquired by Take-Two Interactive. Take-Two is the GTA company, so they're the company over GTA games, Rockstar Games, GTA, Red Dead, 2K games as well. And they acquired Zynga in 2022. Then we joined them, and then we acquired Sugartown from Zynga from Take-Two the beginning of 24. Well, starting beginning of 24.
Yeah. It's getting what you're saying.
Meta.
Yeah, a little trouble. Also, can you make everyone louder except for me because I'm always going to be the loudest here. So I do want to bring us into what's kind of the news of this week and kind of get everyone's take of it, because for once again, a company that pivots the most, pivoted again. You guys didn't see, they will never ever stop. D-Gods have once again switched over into a whole new, they're a single coin now, okay? Burn the Utes, we're now a coin. We've changed 3 times. We've burned something. Hey guys, now we're here, and it's, you know, it's pivot on pivots, which does happen in startups. And I think one thing that's interesting in this Web3 space is you're so much closer to your actual, like, people in the community, right? Like GTA, there's fans out there, but they're not like looking at the corporate structure and be like, who did you hire? What did you do? Why aren't you pumping our bags? We're looking at the stock. They're just playing Grand Theft Auto. They're playing Red Dead. So it's a little wilder when you have a community like D-Gods that is so much more involved with the day-to-day, like talking about how the business should go, making a decision like this. So I'm kind of curious, like, what everyone thinks about it, and then how do you guys involve like your community in decisions like this?
Can I go? Or you want to
Let's hear it. Oh, you got it. That's why you're
feel
here.
Like, you know, like Kanye, like wait till I get my money right. I think that's what this is. I got when I was at Avalanche, they pitched me on a Soho house for like $20 million, and then I made Polygon bid that up to like whatever the deal with Polygon was. It was me and my co-worker. We basically got them to spend $2-4 million more than they needed to. I just think they're money hunting, like as much as possible, which is fine. But like, you don't have to like put a brand behind it. You can just be like, you know, there's people that in traditional capital go out and raise money all the time. If you're trying to buy into the brand, I mean, I get it, but the brand hasn't done anything. It's just chilling and vibes. And if it's just chilling and vibes, and you know, like don't have to make it all proprietary
and shoeies. Let's not forget shoeies.
Yeah, shoeies. I mean,
Shoeies are
that's
very
part of the
important.
culture here.
Oh yeah, sure.
Well, no, so money is always a big part of all these. Like every time you make a move, especially if you're changing chains these days, you know, the chains are like colleges recruiting, you know, D1 athletes, you know, out of high school, being like, we got you, okay, we'll give you $2 million, and we got these devs that are going to help you, and we're going to give you these partnerships, and everyone is kind of basing where they're going to go based off what money and what deals they can get.
Right.
So,
no, to some extent, but it's also like getting in a room and not having a course of action. I think they kind of are in the camp of kick down the door and then like make a lot of ruckus and then see where it goes. And that's how you get a chart like that. I mean, I don't know if most of the meme space is market making. If not, is for funds plus market makers. Are they aligned with that? And then, you know, if the whole purpose is to gain revenue for your end user, it doesn't seem like that chart has any tie to that at all. That is just like obliteration. That's upsell, downsell. I do like the lesbian meme of Frank from D-Gods. I don't know if you've seen
let's
that.
see. Okay, well,
that is the funniest thing I feel.
you think
right
do you think I don't have have a
Thank you.
You think I don't have a
Thank
button
you.
that opens this up? You
Thank
think I
you.
don't have? Come on.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
I saw him dance.
Yeah.
That's not him.
What?
That's
No,
not him.
he's
That is a
No, that's
random
not him.
person that is
Yeah.
dancing, and everyone was just like, "That's you."
I spent my entire day thinking that was
That was at
Frank
the
DeGarde.
Charlie XX boiler room.
No.
Yeah,
no,
it was-
no.
Like, Frank wasn't even there.
One degree lower. 1 degree lower.
I thought this was from Token
Who sings
2049.
Friday?
Yeah.
Rebecca
Friday.
Black. It was a
That's right,
Rebecca
even lower,
Black
even
boiler
lower.
room.
That's right, even
So,
lower.
I mean, and also Rebecca Black have met her since all this. Very nice girl.
Of course she's very nice.
Very sweet girl. But let's be equal with Charlie XX.
Yeah. No, I am embarrassed that I said that.
Yeah. No, it's okay.
Looks
It's
like
okay.
Frank.
Yeah.
Well, Frank did embrace it pretty well. I think this is one of the ones you just can't hide from. And
Yeah.
you just got to say like, "Yep, that's me. That looks like me
No, that's a good
dancing
point.
here."
That's where
That's a
like
good
I
point.
do have to so going back to your initial question and thoughts on this, I do have to give Frank some credit, right? Because I think as a founder, he's probably one of the ones that has played into the fun Ponzi-nomic investing focused part of our space, and I think he has shifted with the meta so many times. Obviously, you know, there's been FUD about that, and I think it's very easy to critique from the outside, but he's kept DeGods relevant for 3 years now, and I think a lot of NFT founders have not been able to do that, unfortunately. So you do got to give like a little bit of credit where it's due, whether or not you agree with the methodology.
Well, it's like, how do you think about like the moving to one token is kind of it feels like the final train stop. You know what I mean? You can't say, okay, there's one token, and then like 6 months later, burn those tokens and we got Utes 3 or something. You know what I mean? It feels like you
Right.
can't go backward. We're now in coin land, and coin land is so much more different and up and down that, you know, I don't know, like, how would you guys like think about gaming and tokens and when to like, you know, put your community on them?
I think it's a tough question. So, I mean, I can only give Frank his accolades on experimentation. I mean, he's going and trying new shit all the time. This is a bold move, and I'm not gonna comment directly on this move, but I can at least give Frank his like credit for trying new shit. And I think he's one of the most, in my opinion, fearless leaders in the space. You know, you either believe or like it or not, but regardless, you can at least respect that he's trying new stuff. Whereas a lot of other founders, a lot of the projects are just too fearful to try new things. And so he's taking these leaps that may work and may not work. And if they don't work, great. If they do work, then a lot of projects are gonna follow. And so I think this space is kind of about who is gonna find that winner, who's gonna find that winning model, and at least he's trying. So I can give him credit for trying and the effort. I mean, I own a U too, and so seeing it like go to the coin, I'm like, okay, I'm probably not converted because I don't really care, at least not right now. But I respect the hustle and I respect like the attempt.
Well, so one of the things like I think people debate is you got to pivot in startups. No startup is like you make a plan and it just works to the moon. That literally is a story that does not exist right now. But
it never did, even in Web 2.
Yeah, there's no Web 2 story.
I would say though Web 3 is like, since you can fundraise so easily, like at what point do you stop fundraising? Like you know what I'm saying? Like at one point it's just like, okay, the new magic Wild West metaphor, right? It's like the new magical medicine or potion of the month. You know, I'm selling you this now. And maybe it's all just maybe this is consumerism Web3, and that like it's not some like productization component. It's actually just the new meta, and it's just pivoting to that new meta and seeing who does it well. And I agree with you. I do respect him on the regards of like hustle and like Twitter. I would love to figure out how he does it like nonstop because I can't. I physically cannot sit in front of that all day. But that's a skill. That does have skill and value. And if he has that component down, he'll be able to do. Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, that edit is so good.
he could do a billion of these, and also just so lucky to have that come out the same week as your coin.
Oh no, seriously, no. See, you don't think he might have planned that? Okay, you don't think
that if he did that, then I take back everything I have just said.
Yeah, and
I am resentful for any words.
I was gonna say he's the biggest genius on earth if he actually did plant someone. Well, no, I think you make a good point about the ease of fundraising because you do see other companies. I feel like Pudgy Penguin in Abstract is an example where you're like, you can make how much from an L2? Oh my God, let's get in there. And we did another fund. Even if they're doing successful in whatever their ventures are, that money's just sitting there. There's a lot of it, and it's like we can not just. You don't have to use it all for the L2. Okay, we can use a couple of it for some other ideas.
Totally.
I think your point is interesting though, like when do we stop raising funding? But I think this taps into like a larger issue that a lot of Web3 businesses face where you stop raising funding when you have a revenue model that is sustainable and scalable. Whoa. And we just don't have that yet.
Whoa.
But no, see,
I mean, there are some, but like they don't get funding. Because I've helped companies from the Ava perspective of like that are real businesses. So like Cosmos and Avalanche are like perfect for real business logic in blockchain. And they cannot raise money because there's no token. And like the best use case is USDC. Like I don't want a circle-based world, but we probably are going to it at some point in our lifetimes. And it's USDC as a gas token and USDC as a payment method, and nobody wants to fundraise around that.
Well, no, there's a big problem of like, and you see this with any VC. If they say, I've got a company, I make this much money, they say, cool, then I guess it's worth that much money. I've got a company, make no money. That could be infinite money. Right. Like, oh my God, we could be the richest people alive if we just figure out how to make, and it is an awkward situation of right when you realize things, everyone kind of says, oh my God, you're going to make that much money? I thought we were going to be the next Google. And, I don't know, things go down, so.
Yeah, and I think that points to like a big problem in the space, which is speculation. And I think the term that we use internally at our team is theater of the mind, because theater of the mind is actually way more powerful than reality. And when there's theater of the mind, you're going to be like, oh my God, yeah, they're the next Disney. Not understanding Disney's like a 100-year-old company, right? Like to become the next Disney, you need 100 years of traction.
Yeah.
To be the next Disney, you need 100 years of revenue. And the space is, I think right now, speculative more than reality. And I think we need to change that mentality on like, okay, how do we support projects that are trying? Yeah. And I'm not saying to support Frank in any way. I'm not like directly saying, but at least he's trying to try new shit. And at least that's the respect he deserves in that way. But I also respect a lot of teams. Like I think the Treasure DAO team actually gets way less love than their attempts, but they're attempting to do a lot of cool shit, for example. I think right now we're looking at more theater of like who can be the next Google versus who can just make something real. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I am curious. Oh, sorry. I'm curious for DeGods because I noticed that.
Good pronunciation.
Thank you.
Everyone says it wrong. Sorry, keep going.
Thank you so much. No, I'm just curious because I did see that. So for Utes and then what is the other asset that is burnable? It's not the DeGod. It's another. there's DeGod's Utes and then a third component.
I am lost in
I
their,
think
I
it
don't
was
follow their
Dust.
lore.
For DeGod's, or sorry, for Utes
Up
and
one more,
Dust.
yeah, a little bit more. There you go.
Yeah, okay, so what, I was curious about the swap methodology for DeGod's, because to me that kind of feels like an out, where if this route doesn't work, they have something to fall back on and can be like, hey guys, like let's swap back to DeGod's.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, you didn't see
I'm
this
not
yet,
saying
Daniel?
it's
I didn't even
but-
know that. Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah.
Like, it's,
Well, so yeah, this is interesting. It's like, so if you can swap back and forth, right? But you can't. Utes are burned, right? Which is kind of a bold decision. I saw some people on the timeline being like, "Yo, this is not good," because I bought my Ute. I was excited. I couldn't afford a DeGod, and now, like, what the fuck? I thought this is supposed to be. I'm like, it's a fuzzy DeGod. I thought it was gonna be around for a while. It is a little awkward to say burn it, and we worked on this art so long, and we used to see the big pictures of look at the color palette. We're the next Apple in our style. So it does feel awkward. I don't know. To me, like I get consolidating because it becomes so much easier when someone comes in. But to me, once you go to a shitcoin, you can't go backward, right?
Yeah,
It's like
agreed.
that's just what it is, right? And once you go there, honestly, they kind of go like that forever.
or own it,
So-
or actually own it. I think that's also the alternative, which nobody is really doing. It's like dump and hide. Like actually really own that entire narrative.
Well, so how do you? This is a good question actually for you. Like, how do you own that narrative long term? Because we've all watched shitcoins for a long time, and guess
Right.
what? Attention goes away. I mean, look at Mog. Mog is a great example where you have
Right.
a bunch of people making content 24/7 on it,
Right.
and it's still it gets old after a little bit of time, and there's dips, and okay, it'll come back. It's like a full-time job for some people.
Yeah.
Just working their bags.
So what I was talking about, I don't want it to be too shell heavy, but the intentless thing is like prioritization of that. And that's what we're trying to figure out is like how do you consistently keep narrative? And then I think there's also, I was mentioning this before, it's just like there is a value in virality and tokenization of virality. That is actually something that doesn't feel like douchey or like miscellaneous bad intent. You look at like a Mischief and you hear them talk in their interviews about like they want to do Web3, but they have no clue how. I think there's a lot of opportunity for something that like this, honestly, because he already has the audience. He has a distribution that I would kill for, where where he can go and make a Mischief right now, go make product series, and then the token cycle only has to be this long, and you just keep it that long. Because you don't have to worry, because if you're like, let me get a sex listing, let me get a winner mute, let me go get the 4 funds that are, you know, saying we don't do meme coins, but lo and behold, you're gonna call. And then, you know, you work that part of it just to don't have to do that. And if you can build a community like he's done, again, respect on that front, then you can productize. And I'm a big believer of like Mischief has to go to Walmart now or Samsung after raising capital. You don't have to do that. You don't need a collab because then you can actually have a true brand that doesn't have to quote unquote sell out.
So, well, it's funny. I love you bringing up Mischief. No joke. I will rant to anyone in the entire world. It's like the greatest company ever. If you,
It's so fun.
yeah, it's literally
so fun.
you go to their website. I think right now I could sit on their website for 5 hours with any person and keep them entertained, explaining what they've done in the past. Because it is like they are just cartoonishly fun. But one thing about what they do, right, is that it is like a temporary viral thing.
Right.
They don't have to keep sustaining all of the wacky things they're doing. Okay.
Just the right amount of curation.
Yeah, just we're gonna get viral for this 2 months and then bye on to the next project, which is interesting. Like I like that idea, but like that's not a tech company, right? They're not a tech company.
No.
They're an experience company.
I
They're
would say
besides-
it's more art than anything else.
Yeah.
And I would say from our perspective with entering into Web3 with a big brand, like that was something that was super important to us was we didn't want a Discord. We didn't want a community like that Rubik's had to be responsible for or anything. It was really important to like make sure that there was a team that could handle that side of things for us. But also to make sure that we're like doing a drop that's like a product. Like it's just like, it's we're dropping it, you buy it, that's it. Like we're not promising like a roadmap or anything, but obviously we want to do more.
I will say we got a great Mischief Rubik's collab you could do. They just could release a 1x1
good.
Rubik's cube.
That'd be
Just a
good.
cube. That's a total Mischief thing.
That'd be
And
good.
they just put on like a competition. We're like, who's the fastest? And it just pull it up, pick it up, put it down. And like, yes, I think the world record for the one
It's
we
an
won.
infinite Rubik's Cube that you can't solve.
Yeah, we're on to something right there.
It's
Here.
so-
9 sides.
No, like so. I mean, Mischief is, I think, a great example of companies that maybe should copy because it's this, you know, whatever. They're always going viral. That's their whole goal
That's the whole
right
thing.
here. Versus like, if you build a game, is a good example where how do you keep games like sustaining long term? You know what I mean? Like, there's always like if you look at like Fortnite and stuff now, there's seasons and whatnot, right? There's something new to always be enjoyed. Like, yeah, how do you guys think about how do you keep continued interest without just saying we're on Polygon, we're on Avalanche?
Yeah, I mean, the way to sustain in games is content, and there's a term called content treadmill, right? Like you look at Fortnite. Fortnite is actually an amazing product. They have a content treadmill, and they're constantly servicing their users and players the exact same way. I actually talk about League of Legends a lot. Like, League of Legends map has never changed for like 12, 15 years, and it's fucking crazy. Like, you're playing the same fucking game for 12, 14 years, and like you're still liking it.
I was being Clash Royale, man.
Yeah, Clash Royale. So like, so sometimes when you hit a formula, you're like, that works.
Right.
And so the thing you build around is the content around that formula.
Right.
And so, you know, I think that's very akin to Web3. What we're trying to figure out with us is like, what is that formula? Like, what is that one game that actually works? And I'm not gonna show our product, but like, you know, what we're trying to do is like figure out what that game is. And so when we do product launches, we're thinking Web3, Web2, what is sticky? How do people like it? Because once you find the formula, then you add on top. I feel like with a lot of Web3, we're like, oh, let's add the bells and whistles first, and let's show that before finding the right formula.
That's fair.
You know? So I think we got to figure that out first.
I will say that is a great point of like these games that just last for forever. Because
Yeah.
I've got League of Legends addict friends. I've got multiple friends that literally quit, and when you talk to them, like, what's going on with you? Like, just focus on not playing League of Legends. And you're like, really? And it's like, dude, it's ruining my life. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on with this game? And I have friends who played it for decades,
Yeah.
right? It's insane. And there's other CS:GO, there's StarCraft,
Right.
there's a bunch of games. Chess. I got chess friends, and guess what? That game's been around for a while. Chess 2 has not come out yet, right? We're still on Chess 1 right now. It's like, but like,
I mean, you know, just to bring it back to Rubik's, like every time they try, like it's the 3x3 is just the one.
Yeah.
no, the three. Yes, I'm a 3x3 purist. I don't even do 4x4s, 2x2s.
That's like-
I don't
Yeah.
do any of them. I only
That's
do.
like coming home to your wife every night, and just knowing she's gonna be there.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Just lay in bed, and you're like, "Good night, sweetie."
But like for a game, like how? Yeah. What are you looking at these other games to be like? How do I get there?
Well, I mean, I said that's the funny thing. Like, people, I think in Web3 especially, is like AAA gaming, super high fidelity. But like, I think a lot of people want that for like the glamour, the speculation, rather than the actual gameplay. But like, I think a lot of people don't know this. The number one revenue driving game, well, top 3 in the world in mobile gaming is a game called Monopoly Go.
Oh yeah, I know.
Super simple game where you just click the fucking button once.
Ugh.
Another top game is called Coin Master, where you just spinning a slots wheel and you don't win any money, but it's addictive as hell, and it looks like nothing before. I actually I used to work at a company called Nexon, and
Maple Story.
Maple Story company,
Yeah,
yes.
The Maple
But-
Story U is coming out.
It is coming
Yeah,
out,
it's
but
fun.
like the number one game revenue driver at Nexon is a game called Dungeon Fighter. Look up Dungeon Fighter, like the graphics, and you'd be like, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
It looks like it's from the 80s, 90s. The game makes $2 billion a year
Jesus.
for the past 20 years. That's $2 billion in
That's a
revenue a
lot.
year, but you never even understand like why it makes that.
Yeah.
But that's because it found a fit and it found an audience and it's going to keep punctuating on that audience. And that's just how it works. And so what we're trying to figure out and why we're launching a poker product, like you said, there's no poker 2.0. Poker is poker. And so you found that fit, and we're trying to punctuate on like, okay, how do we make that shit fun?
I was gonna say, Zynga did poker too, like originally back in the day, and that was like one of the like
Yeah.
early apps that went nuts. I think I was on there playing.
So Zynga Poker's been out since like 2007.
Yeah,
That
it's
means
crazy.
a 17-year product and still making hundreds of $millions a year.
Crazy.
That is wild. Wait, so
That's
how do you take
hard.
something? 'Cause I did see this Royal Nuts, and I was like, okay, poker, we're in. We like that. Okay, nice name. Okay,
Yeah.
how do you make variations? How do you compete against people if you're going in the poker space? There's a lot of people doing poker already.
Yeah. Well, so I mean, I don't play Zynga Poker. I mean, I know I work there, but like I don't play it because for me, I actually love poker. Like I played it growing up, both illegally when I was younger before the age restriction, and officially when I was like older. But for me, like I love poker because I like the aspect of winning something that's meaningful. And as an 18-year-old winning like $100 at a poker tournament, it's like pretty fun.
Oh yeah.
So for us, we're trying to figure out, how do we create like rewards that's meaningful, on-chain shit that you can win in Royal Nuts Poker Club. And so that's really cool. And I feel like I'm chilling, but I'm not
You're allowed
trying
to.
Oh, cool, thanks. But we're not, we're trying to figure out, okay, if there are real rewards in front of you, is that better than playing for fun like Zynga Poker?
Yeah.
And so that's the thesis we're testing. And how do we do that in a way that is akin to Web3 with on-chain rewards? And that's why I love what Dookie Dash is doing. They're bringing that shit to mobile. They have on-chain rewards. They promote there's like over 1 million like prizes and stuff like that. That's a thesis. That's a test. If it works, great. We're all gonna learn from it. And so we're trying to just move this space forward by experimenting,
Yeah.
figuring shit out, And if it works, great. We hope others adapt to.
It's super actually interesting and like kind of a transition I want to talk. The Dookie Dash, the fact that it's like, I don't know, it's number 20 on the App Store right now. Oh my God, pretty amazing. And then they also did announce Yuga doing Top Trader, their trading simulation on Ape Chain, which you guys are also working with Ape Chain too, right? So like they're going after some like Dookie Dash is a casual game. You know what I mean? You can open it up and you're playing. It's not a like, I gotta read the Wikipedia so I can make sure I maximize. No, you're surviving. You know what I mean? And so it can be addicting on a physical element. This is something that is onboarding people into crypto trading, though. Actually, right? It's a little. They're both. Yeah. But there's no stakes here, right? So it's like this idea of like Dookie Dash. Though people were spending ApeCoin to get the power ups, hoping to win the key to make money. Like they're kind of going after both sides. It feels like getting people to pay and not.
I mean, so Top Trader, I saw the product. It's like really cool because I wish I like launched it too. But like, so I coming from a finance major and background, I actually worked in finance prior to games. There's like stock simulation. So how do you learn stock and trading by simulation? So there's already this is already proven in the finance world. So what like Yuga and what HN doing is bringing it to Web3 where like I don't know how to trade coins. How do I like pretend or learn? And this is like the best adoption funnel you could have.
Is it like a conversion tool, basically? And like not like in the traditional sense of like, I get 5 clicks, I get 1 user. Like, what I'm saying? It's more into like the conversion sense because you're teaching.
Yeah, exactly.
Because like most people don't know how to trade.
No, they don't know how to trade and they don't want to risk that. But when they learn it, they're like, oh shit, like that dopamine hit of like, oh, I can get this now. Is a conversion mechanism.
Well, have you ever sat down with someone and looked at a shitcoin chart and explained your logic, and then they go, "You're a crazy person. Then you're speaking gibberish. Like it's literally pure gibberish if you actually lay it down."
Cat that is just rocketing right now.
yeah. It's like, okay, check it out. So the cat's cute. That's good. However, if another cute cat comes out, it's getting can't have two cute cats.
But this cat has a hat on it, and that makes it better.
This cat promotes bioterrorism.
Yeah. Well, so this could be an onboarding mechanism for people into crypto. The only thing is you're also onboarding people purely into the most degenerate side of crypto. Right. So is it a good thing or a bad thing? Like someone's gonna play this game, have a bunch of fun, and then they're gonna be 1 month later, I lost it all. Everyone, I killed it on Top Trader. I'm now broke. Fuck crypto. You know what I mean? Like it's.
But like I mean, you can think of Web3 like so. Back like 10, 15, 20 years ago, you used to be like, I work in tech. And it's like, what the fuck does that mean nowadays? Like, you work in AI, you work in games, what do you work in? So like, when you would say you work in Web3, over time, when Web3 finally like evolves, it's like, no, I work in Web3. It's like, okay, but where? In coins, in games? So like, when Web3 finally evolves to that degree, you don't just say, I work in Web3. It's like, no, I work in Web3 gaming. Oh no, I work in Web3 coin trading. And so I think that's where we are right now. Like, tech used to be like, I work in tech. But now it's like, no, I work in AI, I work in Slack, I work at like these other like unicorns or whatever.
Well, I think it's the hard thing about the coins because like right now you tell a lot of people like, what's up with the coins?
Yeah.
You're telling people, yo, they're memes and you're gonna make some money off of them. And then other people will say, no, check it out. It's actually got a cool tool behind it. There's tech behind it. These coins are good. There's two different people. There's people saying, get over here, let's gamble. You pull a slot machine. And others saying, no, dude, check it out. This is bonk. It's got a trading bot and the fees are going this way. They're giving you thesis of why this coin actually has utility.
Right.
It's like, which way do you want to actually encourage people? Because this, I think, is you're taking them one way. You're not gonna make theoretical money on Top Trader doing, reading white papers and like being like, I'm doing TA and reading white papers and look how good I'm doing. You're gonna be like learning how to get into the right Telegram chats, like learning who's the cabal to listen to.
That'd be a good business.
I tried figuring that out for years and I still don't know.
That would actually be a good business because I think a lot of people are just like misguided, but then it makes a hierarchy, which is a little messed up. But I kind of like that. I had a quick question for you, both of you. This is like, so. I would see like thousands of companies get pitched to me over the years, and I felt like queuing was like the biggest misnomer or like missing component in blockchain. Like your favorite apps are honestly made by, not honestly, are made by like psychology majors more so than actually like tech people a lot of times. I was wondering how you guys kind of view that space. I think a lot about like, I don't want to make this all about memes, but like Pumped Out Fun does do something really well where it's like flashing lights and salivating, like kind of like how do I get more of the flashing light? And that's why I think they're doing so well. Whereas like most apps are like, let's be like clean and civil, or like a wallet app should be like, come to me like right now, and none of them have that. So I would love to hear what you guys think about that.
Yeah, I mean, I can start and then I'll let Tommy take the rest. But I think as you know, a gaming company that is operating in Web3, we really do analyze every type of product. And when you look at products like Pumped Up Fun, even something like Fantasy Top Friend Tech, it's all gamified, right? And so there are pieces that you can pull from that Web3 users really respond to that you can incorporate into our own gaming structure. But I think there is an element with Pumped Up Fun where it is, of course, still trading focused, whereas we're trying to focus more so on the entertainment side of things.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think Pumped Up Fun found its use case, right? Like meme coins trading is like.
I don't mean necessarily meme coins or anything. It's just like look at this website and look at like how much it wants you. like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if you think of like if you want to take it like gaming arcades in the 80s or 90s, look at that aesthetic and look how much there's dumb, and there's none of that in Web3.
Sensory overload.
Yeah, which we'll fall victim to eventually. Instagram is like the best perpetrator of it.
But like I mean, candidly speaking, like this website doesn't even need any of this. It could be like one message.
Oh, I agree too.
And it still would have worked.
I agree.
Right? Because they found the best use case possible in the current meta, which is instantly launch a coin.
Right.
And I think it really goes back to like what do people want right now, and they want coins. And I think gaming is an aspect where it's a little different. I think there's gaming, and then there's like gamified experiences, is what Akal is talking about. And I think there's a lot of cool gamified experiences that I think worked for some time and then died off. One of the projects I actually think was really cool was Meme Land Potatoes. I think Meme Land Potatoes was like, this is like a year or something ago. They did their whole like get a potato, get raffles. Like it was really cool of a gamified experience for some time, and then it died off. But like that gamification really works. Like people want to like work a little bit, and then get an edge on others. And that's kind of what like coins are too. Like I'm gonna work a little bit by researching at Alpha, going to cabals, and then figure out like how to win. So it's always this like PvP aspect. And I think what this project does, Pumped Up Fun, is like it creates a PvP for people.
Well, I think it's one thing about like Pumped Up Fun is that in my mind, in America, like our interfaces are not as dense with information as if you go around the world, right?
yeah.
Like, and we are going to get there. If you look at the youth, things are going to get more dense, more information, more chaos on stream.
More chaotic.
And you go to Pumped Up Fun, it's a little bit more in the future. This is a website that could be a Japanese website right now, and then America, you're like, whoa, this is so much stimulation. What the fuck? A wizard popped up.
That'd be so fun if they just made everything Japanese tomorrow.
That'd be like killer.
That'd be if they're watching this. Like,
If Pumped Fun is watching.
if just amazing
It's an
marketing. If
April
it's
Fool's
just
joke is amazing. Like,
That would be good. Actually, that'd be so good. Someone's gonna be like, I made so much money, I have no clue what I'm buying. Oh my god, the Japanese.
an anime girl with like rainbows and sparkles and colors, and then you're just like, all right, this is it now.
But for my mind, when I go to the Pumped Up Fun, which I cannot look at it too long, it gives me a brain aneurysm, I feel like. However, when I first looked at it, I'm like, what the fuck is happening here? I got to figure it out. My brain was like, what is this? If I go to like a boring, here's an L2 parallax website that says we're gonna change the future. I'm like, I fucking hate this.
No more.
This isn't real. This isn't anything. At least this, I'm like, something's happening here. Be careful at joining those live streams, Rosenbaum. Be very careful. You have the NSW filter on. So that's one part about it. But I think the other thing is like, there's a famous story, right? The Zynga story of Farmville was they said we could either hire, it was like, I'm telling us all wrong, but it's like, we can either hire a dev or a psychologist. And they were like, psychologist. And then that psychologist got everyone being like, I'm playing way more Farmville. Why? And someone's like, yes, that's right. Like, because that was more important than graphics and things like that. It is figuring out what are the cycles we actually like to do. And like, Pumped Up Fun is a thing that if you get a hit, you're done.
Right.
You're hooked. It's over, right? You get one hit on Pumped Up Fun, you chase that high for a very long time. That's gambling. Like, and we see a lot of the top games, people like opening up skins or things like that. People you get one hit, you pull one rare, skin, it's like, I will do 5 years.
And that's why I asked what you guys think about gaming, because it's like gaming is all about queuing, because you do the effort, and then you like have to do a little bit more, and we'll present it. And then that presentation is where I keep coming back, because it's exactly that. It's like, holy shit, I got a new one.
Yeah, it's an evolution process. So like Pump Fun, again, just the use case of it, they just punctuate on it. But you remember I would use Fortnite example or Farmville. Like Fortnite 1.0 is different from Fortnite now. Like Fortnite now, I actually watched some of the videos. I'm like, holy shit, I would never play this game again. Like it's so complex. But that's because they found a fit, and like I'm playing the game. We're talking about content treadmill. Like I was bored, but give me new shit, and now I'm like, the characters like flying around, they're jumping, they're doing way more shit than before.
The new meta is terrible. Okay,
yeah, it's
you
terrible.
gotta turn on your back.
Terrible for us,
I don't play Fortnite at all.
But like, I think it's because when you get that product and it fits, you got to keep double downing on it. And so I think that's what's happening.
I
So
mean-
all the glamour
go
is
out.
like just added features, and that's kind of what this is.
I think it's really interesting, just what you guys are observing about what's going on with the meme, like the shitcoin space. There's a lot of parallels to what goes on like the product and toy aisle also. I mean, obviously different price points, but people love blind bags always. Like kids love them. I love them.
The new Mr. Beast toy line, every single one is, and you could win a rare golden one.
Yeah.
Like every single toy he releases, there's gambling in
Everyone
it.
wants that chase item. It's just fun, like thinking that you might get something special or not knowing. And it's, with toys, it's cheap. But also what you're talking about with like, you find that hit, that like meme that works. Same with items. Like if you finally find that toy that works, then you're coming out with different variations of it every 6 months and trying to keep it in fashion as long as you can. And every once in a while you find an evergreen, but we always look at the toy industry as a fashion industry, and very quickly, if things aren't selling well, they get pulled.
Yeah.
Well, I will say kids are a great example of like who to advertise for, where they're not going to read your white paper. They're not going to, they're going to go like, I want that. You're like, why? It says slime.
Yeah.
You're like,
Great point.
there's slime.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah, I mean, also speaking to, you were talking about how like the simpler like mobile games are the ones that work. It's the same exact thing with the toy industry. Like, I mean, of course, there are people who love those like Euro games that take an hour to learn, but most people just want to be able to look at the thing and know how to play with it.
Right. Yeah, but I think like a great product is when it looks simple and you can engage with it simply. Like the cube, it's fucking like super simple.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like I'm like, oh cool, I can like play with it. But then like when you like really dive into it, you like start to learn about the complexities. You learn about the metas. Oh, I can do all these other shit with it, right?
Yep.
So that depth of design, while with a simple like surface, is super hard to create. Like
Yes.
making something super simple is hard.
It's hard.
Making something simple and then with a lot of depth is
Yeah.
like impossibly harder.
Well, I mean, just to like talk about this for a second.
yeah.
Like this is like hardcore engineering on this thing. So this is the first ever automatic extendable and extendable and retractable.
Keep it.
Vegan, can you
keep it-
take? Oh, good. I was gonna say take pump.fun off, please.
What'd you say? So it's the first automatic extendable and retractable saber that you can also battle with, that you can buy at Target and Walmart for $60. That's safe. Like I can't like it'll automatically.
doesn't hurt that bad. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it'll like stop itself from extending, and there's like, this guy Yair, who's become a good friend of mine. We represent him. He's an Israeli inventor. He's a hardcore Star Wars fan. He had been working on this thing for like 7 years before I even met him, and then we helped him figure out how to get it on the market. And there's only 2 buttons on it. You turn it on, and then you extend it, and then you retract it. But this is like 10 years of hardcore engineering with like, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars invested in manufacturing just to make it as simple as possible.
And guess what? Kids are always going to take sticks and fight each other with them, no matter what. It will, and to the end of time, it's going to be a hobby. And it's so funny that you brought this here, because I'm not joking. It was 2 weeks ago. Me and my friend spent 2 hours looking at replica Star Wars lightsabers, reading debates, because there's big debates in the scene. It's all about what can you hit with, what can you not hit with. Someone's like, this is the best, most realistic looking one.
Yeah,
But
like
you can't
Disney-
hit it, so go
Disney-
soft.
yeah.
And everyone's like, I want to go hard.
Well, Disney came out with the first automatic extending and retracting lightsaber, but they can't sell it. It's not safe, and you can't battle with it. It'll break.
Yeah, first of all, you can't battle with it is a big key thing. Well, so this idea of, I guess, you hear, what is it called? Games talk about skill ceilings.
You can battle with it, but
Holy shit.
I don't have a second one right now. But
Wait, we had a second one. We already lost.
I didn't bring enough batteries. It was dead.
Can
If,
we-
anyone,
can
if
we
anyone's
turn
got double A
IRL
batteries,
Wait,
okay,
yeah.
we will stage a
Can we have
battle.
Star Wars IRL Alpha fight, just like a large?
Yeah, sure. That's
my
all we're gonna do.
Large.
Just 2.
And I like that more than the Venice one run. So if
Okay, I'm down.
if
Honestly,
it,
that
I, like,
workout.
I wouldn't be mad if I turned around a corner and I saw that. I'd be like,
Yeah.
all right. Instead of like, let's get in a cold tub. Like, okay. Yeah.
I will say, as a workout, that I could think it getting really hot. It's like, dude, it's the hottest. It's cardio. It's also, I don't know, you're kind
exactly.
of dancing on it. Wait, well, back on this thing, because a cube is such a good example of like I literally go to every airport in the world with a Rubik's Cube only, and I can sit there for 5 hours. I've got alone time with the cube. When I go hiking and camping, I've got the cube. It's the greatest, like, you can do it forever. It's infinitely deep. All the games that are professional, actual games where you have people who have had careers for 10 years have crazy, like, skill ceilings. Yeah. StarCraft 2 has players who can dedicate their life, and they can get better and better all day. CSGO, forever. League of Legends, forever. It's a very small set of games. Chess, that you can play for a decade, and it doesn't become one person. Everyone does the same thing. This, it's like the mechanics are like super hard to like figure out. So like, how do you guys, when you're doing a game, figure out like who's going to exploit it, who's going to fuck it up, who are going to be the nerds who go, and I've crashed the game, or
Yeah, I mean, you have a target audience, and you find out who is in that audience, how big that size is, and so there's a term that I use called like genre. Like people talk about product market fit. And it's like, okay, what product is going to fit in like a demographic? In games, there's like genre market fit, right? So what game genre and how big is it, and how do you expand that? And so, for us, we believe that the best fit in Web3 is casino, but not in a way where it's like Rollbit or casino. And I think Rollbit is a great product, and casino products are great. But we want to bring something called social casino in. And social casino is a great product because it hits that dopamine side, and that's where we think that it hits the degenerate dopamine, but also keeps things like you're not like YOLO gambling. I'm gonna put in like $25, $100,000 for like blackjack. I would not do the latter, but and you see what you win. And so to look at the depth, it's more about what's the current, and then the other thing is like how do you either cross-pollinate the demographics or grow that audience. Like poker there's like 3 different audiences. There's like the IRL poker. There's the Web 2 social casino like Zynga Poker, and there's like this Web 3 degenerate like I want to play real meaningful poker, and so it's kind of like finding that audience, and then the skill gap for poker is like who can be better than each other.
You can literally dedicate your entire life every day, 24 hours a day, to worrying about GTO, and you will never ever run out of work to do. Right. It's insane.
I've been playing for 20 years and I'm still pretty mid, so like what I mean, like you'll keep. But like the funny thing is that people will like the human psychology is like you're always gonna try to be better.
Yeah.
Like you could like marginally get better, but you're gonna try to get better, and that psychology is addictive, is retentive, and that's why we think that we're looking for the highest retaining kind of product.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're kind of talking about, I guess, poker is something that could onboard people. We're talking a little onboarding. We have to bring something up because I don't know if you guys saw. It was devastating. We were all waiting for an Iggy Azalea, Eric Wall debate. And it was canceled. And it was canceled because she just wanted to have a couple people twerking on stage, a couple dancers, and apparently they said it would be too viral. It might onboard too many people here. And Dan, you don't agree? That would have been definitely.
I'm not pro Eric Wall. I think he doesn't know.
So you're pro Iggy Azalea? No. Eric and Iggy both agreed to it. They both agreed to it. It was like Breakpoint was like, no, we can't do it.
Oh, that's
so both of them said we're down for it.
I misheard you. I don't know what's going on with this one, but I mean, I would be for that. I'm like, she's the only one she's the only celebrity that clearly gets it. So you have to kind of be like, as an industry, that's our champion. And she's not like the worst person champion. I mean, like her music's fun, right? Like she has a good brand image. Nothing wrong at the moment, right? So. Yeah, I was watching some of the tweet threads though, where like she was going at him because he was, correct me if I'm wrong, he was basically giving her no ability for credit because she doesn't belong in this space. Is that kind of the gist of it?
Yeah, it's the idea that all celebs in the shitcoin space are all bad.
Yeah, like Eric doesn't know blockchain. Eric's just rich. Like, it can't come from somebody like that. I'd rather see it from like a Sergey than Eric, just because it's, for me, Eric's just on Twitter. Like, and we'll just be on Twitter. But if you meet him in person and actually ask, like, distributed systems questions or consensus spectrum level questions, doesn't know what he's talking about. So it's just, and he's going to keep maximizing whatever money Bitcoin's going to get in the next cycle. So he's fine. I like it. Like, he doesn't have to go after somebody who's actually trying to learn and be involved. And I feel bad for her because her community's on her ass, like, really hard. When it's just like, the fact is that this woman is probably worth more than everybody here. Or I don't know what y'all would make, but like she has a good chance of being really wealthy and successful and doesn't have to be doing. I don't know who's typing this. Could be ChatGPT, but that's a
no. These are her opening debate statement. She released her opening debate statement to say what.
I was gonna say if she's typing all that out. I'm like, y'all better be thankful. That's a lot of time. that is a lot of effort.
Well, I think it's the thing that always is like, I think you're seeing now with a lot of content of how do you get attention in this space, and there's a couple different ways. One way is cringe. right? Cringe is a great way to get people to watch anything. Like you see the I Choose Rich Nick, like he got out there and he hit the most viral in the regular world. I watched him walk around Venice. People were like, "You're that guy!" Like it was working. These people don't know what crypto is. They just watch Barstool, right? And does it on board or not? Now Iggy going up and maybe having some dancers during a debate around blockchain in the future. That probably would have hit some blogs. Now, is it going to be good or bad, right? The question is like, is this actually going to move the needle? Are you going to get one person like, okay, I'm actually going to.
Her community loves her. Low-key. There's no mic over here, but she's giving away a Ferrari. Like, her community loves her.
That's pretty good.
I mean, yeah. So how do you guys think about that? Are you guys trying to ever like, who are the influencers you would actually go and I guess like work with? And are you thinking like, we're going to go max viral, that's good? Or are you trying to say like, who's the proper brand ambassador for the?
I do think it's always important to understand your target demographic and your brand. Obviously, like, if you have a specific target demo that wouldn't respond well to that, you do have to take that into consideration. But I think when you're looking at like the crypto space as a whole, which I think having a figure like Iggy in more of a prominent position like that, it is important for us to draw eyes to the space. And right now, cringe is trending, and cringe is what's doing numbers on social media. So it's the whole concept of like, is bad press kind of good press? And I think that's really up for debate. I would err on the side of she should have twerked.
Yeah,
Totally.
I just want to say, like, her community loves her. No one's pissed at anything, only based on she's aligning with the right people. She's Frank in a female version.
Fair.
Like,
Yeah.
in Singapore, she's literally having a party with Jake and them. She's giving away a Ferrari. Her Ferrari, by the way. It's not like a Ferrari she got. She literally she flew her Ferrari out there to give away to one of her holders. I'm just saying, she's doing everything right, because whatever coaching she has, it's obviously not her. The longer she stays in this space, the more we're going to have to start taking her serious, just like everybody else. I mean, CoffeeZilla was a joke until he wasn't.
Yeah. My one point is I've just heard, I mean, I'm not in it, but like if she doesn't tweet for a day, everybody freaks out. That's like the one part.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just like that, she, like, that's pretty cool. I mean, if you tell me, like, I've been in crypto for a long ass time, you told me that would happen in 2013, like, come on. That's kind of, like, give ourselves a little pat on the back, because she is a pop star, and I mean, I've talked to enough celebrities also where it's just like, clearly you want the money, but she's doing that. That's not easy. That's not,
Well, she agreed to a debate, no matter what. You got to give it up to anyone who says, I'm going to get on stage in front of people and I want to debate. And then on the next stage, I want to do something like crazier. I want to make a moment out of it. I want to bring more attention to the debate I'm about to go into. If I'm a person who's like nervous, I'm going to get washed in the debate. I'm like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's going to be low key. Nobody watch it. So like, obviously she's comfortable with what message she's putting out there. It's just, I don't know. I guess it's a breakpoint fumble then, I guess, is what this is. And, we could have hit all-time highs of Solana if we would just let Iggy twerk on stage. Is that it? No. Okay. Let's keep going. You know what we do have, though, okay? Even better, though, on breakpoint. And this was a really fun one. We don't need Professor Crib. He's won. But, oh, my God, I saw this graphic, and I literally was still like, is this fake? Is this a fake graphic?
Oh
Who
God.
the fuck are these
You
people?
know a single person on this list.
Zero
Yeah, same.
people. It was mind-blowing to me, and it really hit me. I was like, what the fuck world am I in? I host a weekly meetup, and I've never heard of any of these people. It was like mind-blowing, and then we saw the winner. We saw the real, what I mean? Like, he's the top influencer in the whole game. If you guys didn't know, crypto went up 4% after he won the KOL award, okay? So it's pretty hot here. I'm kind of curious, like, how you guys look at, like, I don't know, navigating who are these people and how does this work? Like, what is going on is kind of what I'm really asking here.
Give them a conference just for themselves, and then make them think it's real. And then that's it. That's the art piece.
Okay, that would be good. We'll do a conference. We'll schedule them, and then the panels they'll be surreal art pieces they don't know they're part of, but it'll be like questions that lead them. Okay, I'm down.
I have a concept that if anybody wants to fund, is called the Circle Jerk Convention, where it's just a giant circle jerk of like key KOLs or high opinion leaders, and you get them all. You use their social media as a distribution channel, right? And you get the following and the hype. You get Jergens to sponsor it, and then you just have them talk about things. But like for this one, I wouldn't even go that far. I would be like, just put them all in a room and just film it and just see if they like figure out how to get out of the room.
Okay. This sounds good. We're gonna find a sponsor. Well, so how do you guys look at when you're looking for? I don't know if you guys are actually looking for KOLs. Okay, we got a couple here in the audience that are trying to get some money from you. But like, when you're looking at people, how do you do due diligence on who these people are?
Can I start?
Yeah, go for it.
Well, so I think one thing that I'll give credits to Matt, our CEO, and Tommy for is they did hire Web3 native people like myself and my coworker Camel, and both of us have been very tapped in the Web3 space since I've been here since the end of 2021, and Camel, I think, started Web3 early 2021. Yeah. But I think we're both very in the know about like what's going on, who's trending, what are they trending for, and I think just having people that are in the loop in that way really saves you a lot of time and effort because you know what people are doing and you know if you've heard of this guy on the screen before, which.
But did you know a single one? Did you get any of them?
sure
Zero?
did
God,
not.
okay. I want to meet someone who knew one of these people
No,
before.
I would love if anyone knows.
You have
way.
really?
Oh my god.
Please.
Josh, get on the mic and explain how you met them. Gee, get on. Yeah. Where at?
You guys are way smarter than this. You guys should have figured this out. Okay, so on Clubhouse, okay,
Yeah.
there was Crypto Clubhouse way back in the day.
Sure.
That's where Farouk got big. That's where ThankYouX. A lot of people blew up on Clubhouse. So these people are from Clubhouse.
Oh.
And if there's still crypto spaces in Clubhouse,
Whoa.
but the bigger thing is this. I
What a
used to work
sad
for a
place.
bunch of
Clubhouse is
brands.
still around.
That's
I
a
know,
sad
crazy.
place.
So
That's
in
so
the-
sad.
In the beginning of like me working for brands, obviously BitBoy Crypto and all that shit was the biggest thing. They charged around like 10 to 15,000 for like 2 minutes of your NFT project, and they'd chill it, tell other people to buy it. Your floor price would go up. I'd look like a genius, right? So all these people are just pay to play. They probably paid like 20 to 30K to get on this.
Oh.
And then the winner probably paid around like 70 to 80. It's
I
one
can
of the,
see that.
and here's why.
You got to put on a conference, gang.
If you win this, you can now charge every weird ass wallet on Arbitrum and all these other things. You
I'm
can charge
top
them
KO.
30, 60. If you look at what his charges are, like he has a list of what it costs for all of his stuff. Nothing's less than 15 grand for him.
Wow.
And so I mean, he'll probably make 200,000 off of winning that in the next 2 months.
Could I would ask you, so like you come from marketing land, right? Like 44K for the engagement on this post, which I think most of the space has seen, but like that's such a niche, like worth like while kind of thing. Do you think that from that engagement and whatever, like I'm the top KOL engagement, you could then be like, yo, give me like 50K from there? Or is it just like.
No, okay, so if you ever went to like shows back in the day where friends were trying to like sell you tickets to go to their concert,
Yeah.
that's this.
That's this, okay, cool.
It's
That's
literally pay to play. You have to pay a certain amount of money to get on the stage.
Yeah.
And then the
like
winner
Forbes
pays more.
30 under 30, same thing.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And so this will probably get big in like 5 to 6 years, but you'll never see real people because K Money and all these people will never pay money
No,
to be on here.
no.
Also, people don't know that the Forbes 30 under 30 is a scam. They don't
Oh.
realize it. People are like, oh, you really just found out today?
Oh.
Really? Okay, yeah. So
no, it's like a 6-figure package.
yeah.
But it's how you get like random people that are like in marketing, and you like go like, I don't know what your company is, and I don't know what you are, and then why are you on this, and how are you doing this? And then you meet them, and you're like, okay, like, yeah.
So I will say some fire content. We need someone who does like a I'm going to Clubhouse and I'm telling you what's happening there in 2024. Because like I haven't been there in so long. Like doing a little investigative journalism, being like, here's what's happening in Clubhouse, could be like pretty fun. Because if they're all up there, like I want to go talk to them. I want to meet them. Like we might have to just do a little Twitter to Clubhouse, like one day migrate over there.
What do you want to know?
You're on there?
Tell us everything.
How often are you on Clubhouse?
So Clubhouse went through some weird adjustments from the tech side of things where they kind of pissed everybody off. And that just happened about, to the best of my memory, five months ago. And then Nelson's group, kind of this very popular group with Cardone and them hang around, all these money movers, they made a new app. I think it's called Clapper. So now you have this weird divide where everybody's trying to come to Clubhouse to get them to come to their app. And then Clubhouse changed their technology again to kind of bring people up. So it went through a dip, and now it's kind of coming back a little bit. So you're seeing some old people. In the groups that I frequent, more of the AI people, but we're listening to see, you have the Bitcoin maxis, they're still there. They have their group, they have their clique, they're famous. Most of us know who they are. They're not going anywhere. They're not going to Twitter. So that's where they can hang out, because the technology is actually better than Spaces. It straight up is, because you can have everybody on stage and you can all communicate. So it kicks Spaces' ass, and it doesn't rug as bad. But the adoption is not as viral. So you're just there to kind of talk, communicate, and hang out with your friends. But there is a slow growth happening right now because people are just finding the crypto space that's coming back in the bull run. So it's slowly growing. It's not what it was. NFTS tips is gone. All that is gone. Every now and then it pops up a little bit. But I wouldn't be surprised if during this run, it's just a easier adoption to bring people back. We'll just see who the newcomers are and stuff like that. But it's not dead. It's just different. So
Interesting.
Two things. Can we find out how much they raised? Because I know they raised an obscene amount of money. I would just guess that's why they're able to stay alive.
Oh, Clubhouse.
Wasn't it 100 million?
Oh, yeah. Well, first of all, Clubhouse also had a over $1 billion offer in like 11 months. If you guys have a startup and you get offered $1 billion in under a year, take it. Take it. Also, I don't know if you guys know the lore, but I worked at a same social audio app locker room that Spotify bought. That's why I wasn't on Clubhouse, because I legally wasn't allowed to, because I had an NDA saying I'm not allowed to talk on there, because I have to talk on another app, which was a sports-focused app. I don't like sports. That then Spotify that Spotify bought. But like I was deep in the social audio world, and Clubhouse was like, whatever, it's the biggest fumble of all time, where they just lost. They just lost. Like the tech was better. They were a little bit ahead. We were actually the first app that had chat. We had chat. They don't have chat on Spaces now. I had fucking chat before Clubhouse did. God damn it. And I don't know. I'm just ranting now because I'm just upset that
there you go. $4 billion valuation.
That didn't work.
It's a $4 billion valuation. You can live off that forever.
$4 billion. Okay, what is it right now?
If you keep like headcount super low and it works, you can just ride that.
I will say, when they got that evaluation, I know they had, I think, 12 employees.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I remember we were talking. It was, and if you guys don't know, the even deeper part was that Clubhouse, Spaces, and our company was all built off of another company called Agora. That's the underlying technology. They were like, this is the best. We're printing. And every time a space crashed, it's Agora is handling all of the actual audio connections. And they were just like, this is the best shit ever. Like, we win no matter what. So invest in Agora, not any of this. Okay. Before we wrap up, because I think we are hitting time right now, just want to give everyone one quick last little, I don't know, Daniel, you didn't even shill anything. I'm going to play the cowboy video one more time. I'll play it one more time if you want.
Can I put the website we're working on up?
Yeah, sure.
Intentless.xyz. I just want y'all to react to it, because it's like, we literally finished it today. So I hope we spell it right.
Intentless?
Intentless.xyz.
Let's see if Rosamond's got this, okay?
There
we go.
Yeah,
Cookie clusterfuck. Always accept cookies, everyone. Okay?
Hey, and they're updating it as we're doing this. I looked at it like a couple hours ago, and cool. So I want to go make this big. And if anybody wants to help, we're really open to talking. It's very this is literally 12 hours old. But I love culture. At Avalanche, I led NFTs and art and culture, and I was talking to some of the top brands. I mean, I'm really excited. I'm going to go hang out with one of my friends that runs one of the top Instagram cultural pages right after this, and just I love youth culture. I love Gen Z. I love what their kind of thesis is. They're all jaded. I'm pretty jaded too. I got a front row seat to everything the last 4 years, and I was a first responder during the pandemic. So I went from that to crypto, and just all right, it all seems kind of senseless. And my friends that have helped building this, they're awesome people, and I think the vision is there needs to be a void filler of some sort, where it's this if it's all memes, just let's go productize it and actually make something really cool. And then if we get lightning in a bottle, I think we can tap into some of the awesome cultural brands of today. And yeah, we're backed by 3 Arrows Capital, BlockFi, Alameda, and Voyager. So that's just a start point, but really excited to kind of kick this off, and hopefully you'll see us on your timeline soon, because we have some really cool shit we're making.
Beautiful. If you're on TikTok, hit them up, right? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, TikTok is not crypto. That's the hard part. It's all Twitter.
I know it is.
It's all Twitter, and you have to bow to that, which is do you go into the Web3 social apps, which I think are mostly mute points? And I think what was the one that raised a ton of money and just
Farcaster? It's great. We're all on there.
No, but that was one that just rugged, right? They just got out.
No, that was Friendtech.
No, Friendtech rugged.
Yeah.
They didn't rug. They just froze the contract. It's not a rug. Okay, sorry.
And then I'm gonna show another homie, 01. I helped build that, and I think that is the easiest NFT use case, because it takes away floor prices and it doesn't have to deal with what Blur went through. and I did so much analysis on Blur because I was just like, it's gonna kill the industry, which it is. And Zora literally copied it and raised 40 million. So it's like, and it's literally 0-1. And then Sergio at Popset, literally, I was telling him I'm gonna build this, and then he copied it a year later and told me Avalanche will never do NFTs. Like, all I care about is creatives, like through and through. That's what I've learned the last 4 years. And I think there's no output right now for creatives, and there's no, it's all dried up. It's become about action prices. It's become, like, fuck UTA. Sorry if you work there, but like, like they've ruined it for a lot of people. The management fees when it's supposed to be about royalties, and they're taking like 80% on some stupid mint thing. I'd like to be able to, within this time period, the next couple of years, foster something that's deeply internet culture and deeply togetherness, and can make really fun shit that makes people laugh. Because I feel like that's the gap.
Beautiful. Love that here. Actually, we're going to talk more after this about this here.
Yeah.
Okay, where do we buy lightsabers? Where do we buy cubes? I'm an inventor. I've got a couple toy ideas. How do I get them in front of you?
Hit me up.
Come to my room. I'll show you my toys.
I mean, you can get the Power Saber at Target or Walmart or Amazon.
Light
Probably
flex.
easier. Although the package is much cooler at Target or Walmart, I will say. And then you can go to, I think it's rubix.doodles.app, and this is live until midnight, and packs are $5, and you have a chance to win a...
Oh, you did? Nice,
Oh,
nice.
hell yeah.
Hell yeah. You might be flexing on it with a diamond cube in a little bit here.
I mean, one pack is $5, but the more you buy, there's a discount. Yeah, and it's good till midnight. And tomorrow morning's the reveal, and we'll see who wins the blinged out cube. Hopefully, as long as they open the pack.
Beautiful. That makes the unopened packs go up in value. Okay, come on. We know how packs work. Yeah, you want more value up here. A-Call, what's going on? What's next for Sugartown?
Yeah, I mean, Tommy covered it a bit, but we have our Royal Nets Poker Club that is launching soon, and really excited about that. But I think my shill is actually going to be Tommy and Matt, because I think like the largest hesitancy has been, hey, you guys were Zynga, and now you're this independent company. Like, what does that mean? And I think people are overlooking the fact that Matt and Tommy both have like decades of experience in gaming. Last time Matt led an independent company, they won an Emmy for AR gaming. So
wow.
Yeah, I think
sorry.
you're my shill.
What's Matt's last name?
Wolf?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ex Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I was about to build the Fortune 500 NFT platform with them, and then they went to Zynga.
Oh, no way.
Great guy. Sorry.
Yeah.
Is he here?
Good double shill. Thank you. We set it up.
No.
Say that again.
That took a lot of work to get that.
He was so like innovative and is innovative. Cool. Anyways, sorry.
Yeah, no, I mean, thank you. I mean, that's the whole reason that I joined the company. I wasn't looking to leave my last company, and I met with these guys, and you guys won me over with your vision. So my bosses are my shill. I'm sorry to everyone here, but...
Good shill.
Tommy, anything?
My heart's too warm to even say anything right now, but yeah, I mean, like, I just, I have like a lot of experience in Web 2, mobile gaming, but for me, I see the problems in games, and like games is a race to the bottom. Like it's like really tough to launch new games right now. It's tougher for indies than ever. Mobile game publishers are PvPing each other, losing profits every day, and so like. Games is cyclical, just like with every other financial like industry. Like every 10 years, there's a new industry coming up. It was like PC gaming, console gaming, mobile gaming. AR never made it, but now it's Web3. So like for me, I'm just super excited about this space because I think it's going to change the future of games in like some form. Is it this form? Who knows? But we're here to like at least attempt to lead that. But I'm really excited about Royal Nets Poker Club. I think it's the greatest fit for Web3 degens, but also the greatest bridge to get to Web 2. But I'm also really excited about my team. Like, we spun out, and one of the things I like am just super stoked about was like every team member we tapped was like, oh, we're leaving Zynga? And it's like, yeah. And it's like, okay, fuck it, I'm in. And A-Call was one of those people, and we're just excited to have like them here with us. So we're just here to try some new shit and try to help move the space a little forward.
Beautiful, beautiful. With that, super excited. You got Camel. Come on now. You guys are killing it. Okay?
Well, he's not here, so I can't
You
show
got
him
Camel.
right
You got
now.
Camel.
Yeah, we got Camel too.
I'll show him. When you got guys Camel in the first place, we literally were doing a show and we're like, they got Camel. Damn, that was good. How heavily was he being recruited by all the games?
They're still trying to recruit
Oh,
him
I'm sure.
actively.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
For those who trying to recruit Camel, please stop.
Yeah, please.
He's not going anywhere.
But no, we love our Camel. We love our A-Call. And like, Camel texts us like, what, like 30 an hour ago or something like that? Like, just like, he's always on top of it, the devil works hard, but camel works harder.
Beautiful, beautiful. Speaking of working hard, we're now going to stop working hard. We're going to now party hard. If you guys don't know, we do have a little after party over at SoCal Vibes Co. It's just a walk somewhere that way. It's like a 10, 15-minute walk right here in Venice. We'll keep talking whatever. Degens, Alpha. Maybe we'll solve some cubes. I don't know. We'll be back here next week. Thank you, everyone, for coming. This is a fun show.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, all the panelists. I can't open that one here. Jerry, play some music. Give me a cube.
There's no rules to that. I just brought it.
Open it.
No, I'm not undoing that cube. Okay, there's no way here. I'll bring some cubes though. Don't worry. I'll bring cubes. I'll stop by home literally and bring cubes to the bar. Okay, if you need a cube.
I feel like you have to, right?
I had to learn. Yeah, I didn't. I felt like too much of a poser.
Right.
You know the story of a Venturings kid?
Working with them, I didn't.
A Venturings kid came in and was like, "Is that a Rubik's cube? I want one." And I was like, "You can have that one." He came back the next week and he goes, "How fast are you?" And I was like, "I don't know, like
No, I mean,
under a minute." He goes,
when I
"Cool, 40
started
seconds."
with them, I didn't know how to
Hi. And he like was like literally fast to me. I'm like, "You little kid, you can't." I told you,
It's not
you're young.
Well, and also when you work at a big corporation like Spin Master, they assign
So fast.
It's not like it was like
I don't think TED is accounting. TED is accounting.